101.
Welcome. This is Relationships 101, your introduction to a committed relationship. I'm your host, Sylvester Wilson.
And I'm your co-host, Jasmika Wilson.
Yes.
Hey. I almost said
Miss Wilson.
So we are back again, guys, with another Don't Let Nothing Get in Between Us.
Another part of the series. What else can potentially get in the way of you and your boo?
Money.
Oh, money. We back on this money, man. Because guess what?
It's a tool.
It answers all things.
Something. People be getting mixed up with that scripture. They be like, money is evil. Nah, can you please go back and put the love of money is evil? Because, baby, we need money.
And we need love. So that's what we here talking about right now. And it's been said before that finance kills romance.
It do.
It's a very powerful component of the relationship. If it's bad, then it's bad. If that money good,
oh, it's good.
Then it could
we
be
good.
Then it could be good, right?
Yeah, it can be.
Right.
If you use it the right way.
So, how can money get in between us? Money, it could either be the pursuit of money, just the grind, day to day, going after it. We could tend to get lost in that and lose each other. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all out there, y'all grinding. Y'all barely get to see each other. Like, we understand how that go. Y'all barely get to, you may get to brush up between each other while y'all passing by each other.
Real quick,
you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, y'all ain't been able to sit down much, and really get that QT in.
So you're going to have people that kind of try to object what you're saying. Because it's like, okay, you're saying money, can kill romance, financing can kill romance. So somebody might feel like, well, if I'm not out here grinding, if I'm not getting it, then she's not going to be happy. So I can't, I got to do this. Like, I got to grind and I got to pay these bills.
Right.
So somebody will try to counter that.
Well, nah, you do. You do got to grind.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? You do got to pay them bills. But if you ain't had the means to do it, it'll be even worse. And your relationship is just that more important. Because, like, otherwise, what are you grinding for? I heard Shaq say.
What'd he say?
Shaq said he had to sleep in that mansion by himself.
I'd be scared.
Shaq said he got a big, super duper bed. But laying in it by himself, it just ain't what's up.
I'd be like, what that noise was?
That's scary stuff. So, Shaq, we feel you. And just as well as the pursuit of money can kind of pull us apart sometimes, not having enough could also do the thing, right?
Yeah.
And then having too much sometimes could also be a deterrent to us getting closer together. Let's get into the conversation.
Let's get into it. I first want to go back because you were saying, you got to make the money. Yeah. But I think your main thing with that is boundaries, like discipline. Like, yes, you do have to grind. Maybe it's a 9 to 5 or 11 to 7 or It's your own entrepreneurship, so sometimes you do got to take the trips when you building up yourself in the beginning. But what I think you saying is try to strategize it where it includes that other person.
Right.
So like in our pursuit, we after the bag, but it's like we gonna do this together. Mm-hmm. So we run to conferences together. We up at night trying to figure out relationships 101 podcasts together. Like I think we just include each other in it, and that's how we're able to, not get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, got to. Because if it's just you, and you just focused on your grind instead of focused on our grind, then by the time you look up, it's like, where my partner at? Mm. You got to constantly check for him. You got to check for him. Hey, how you doing today? How's it going? You know, let each other vent, get it out, get the steam out, and then keep it moving. Sometimes, listen, this I remember them days where it had to be like that. It had to be touch and go. It had to be unscheduled occurrences, scheduled meetings, those lunch dates, right? When I say lunch date, I'm trying to keep it PG. But them lunch dates, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't really planned. It was just, let's go ahead and get it in right quick and keep it moving.
But I think we got through that because we understood it was for a season. So if you guys do got to grind, because it is seasons where it's like, okay, whether we saving for a down payment or we need something coming up or we trying to reduce some debt, I believe there are seasons where you guys may go through not seeing each other as much or not being home as much, but let's time it. Let's know like, it's temporary. Let's communicate how this gonna look, what we gonna do, because them scheduled lunch dates, what he's talking about, that was pulling up where he was at. I ain't gonna say where he worked, but it was, we gotta do what we gotta do, or so it just happened. So I think communicating, hey, we about to go through this season where we know what we doing it for,
and this is what it may look like.
Yeah, it'll be more received.
Yeah. And not only could your companion, suffer in that if you're not cognizant of what's going on, but the children as well. If y'all got children in the equation, it's easy for them to get lost in the sauce, because mommy and daddy is we just move. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really got a lot of time to be, but you got to check in with them too. Something that we started to do, and can't say we all the way faithful with it yet.
Right.
But we started it, and we intend to continue it. Right. It's taking out those 20 minutes, 20 minutes a day with each child. That may whatever's realistic for you and how you moving though right now, because we may have to scale back and say 20 minutes a week
for everybody.
You know what I'm saying? 20 minutes a week or 20 minutes for everybody all together. Like here's $1. Dollars. Y'all split everybody this. Come. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pass this dollar around. Just so we may have to do that, but we learning it how it applies to us and what's best, and that's what all of us got to do, right? We got to kind of just apply it to how it fits us and how we moving. So,
this may be let's just acknowledge this may be an uncomfortable conversation. People don't like to talk about their finances, their belief, and who they voting for president. Mm-hmm. So we understand if this isn't a topic that you just ain't receiving right now, like we fighting right now, we're gonna fight. We're challenging these toxic relationships or these relationships that's ending prematurely for what they call it, what is this? Irreconcilable differences. Like the difference was just that he worked all day.
Right.
And it's like, how can we avoid this? Like, what is going on? Is it that y'all need the finances? Y'all built this much debt up? How can you support that spouse? Or like, how long this gonna be? Or if you're just a workaholic and you know, like, this is who I am, I have no peace when I'm not working,
right.
Then probably consider staying alone. Why are you pulling somebody in that lifestyle when all you gonna do is come home at night and want sex?
Or go to sleep.
Or go to sleep because you feel tired.
Right? Or
Why?
Or go to
Selfish.
sleep. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we went in enough on.
I mean, bottom line, it just has to be agreed upon. It has to be a agreed upon situation that we both agree to take on and deal with whatever comes with it. And what you could do is try to anticipate what goes along with it, right? So I like to ask, I like to ask, what are some possible things that could, right, go wrong, or what are some possible things that we could, that could happen because of this. That way you get to kind of try to be proactive with these things instead of trying to be reactive about them. Just let them happen, and then y'all trying to gather yourself to try to, fix it. But
I blame it on Adam and Eve.
You blame it on who?
Adam and Eve. We could have probably stayed together all day, which I don't think being around somebody all day, every day.
Jeez.
Those breaks are necessary. But I blame it on them because they got us kicked out, and now we got to work hard. So some people are put in positions where they got to grind sun up to sundown, learn a skill, surround yourself with people that ain't working as hard. To be honest, the people that make the most money do the least amount of work. You just look at your job.
So we talk about that's on the grind. That's when you actually in it, and that's how it could kind of pull you away. But what if it's not enough money? And I'm sure that's why y'all grinding in the first place. But at the same time, just saying that there's a lack in this particular season right now that we have to deal with, and we have to kind of live through it until that's not our reality anymore. Not saying that you should ever live in lack mentally, you know what I'm saying, and walk around with that type of mentality. However, if that's the case right now, it has to always be a reason, right? Either we paying off some debt so that we can get to another place. We got a goal that we trying to reach. It's some reasons may be different for everybody, but whatever those reasons are that we're actually doing without for this particular season, then that's where we at. And that could really put a dent in it, because now now we're faced with a lifestyle that we may be used to, but we can't really move like that right now. And that could agitate, you know what I'm saying? That can agitate some people. That could start some arguments.
I first want to say that's a heavy topic. Because it's real in our community.
It is.
Like, it's real.
Yeah.
So to say that this 7-minute conversation is the end all, be all, it's not. But it's an issue that we definitely got to deal with. So not having enough.
Right.
Being in a relationship, I first want to ask why you don't have enough. Is it your spouse is lazy and don't want to work? Is it opportunities? Like, why? Like, we in America, people come to America to thrive and do better and be better.
Okay.
Why? Like, now, okay, for us, when we had our downtime, I ain't gonna call it downtime, but when we had our money ain't stretched so far, it was
okay.
It was
downtime. I'm like, downtime?
No, it was because I was a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
I chose. We chose. We agreed. Stay at home with the kids. I'll work. I'll pay the bills. It was an agreement.
Yeah.
Now, for me to look at our situation and want to leave or say I hate this lifestyle because you couldn't provide, anything extra that I wanted. Like, you met my needs, but you weren't able to meet all my wants.
Right.
So for me to be selfish and be like, I'm out, why you out? Go get a job. And so, but I want to know why. Like, why are y'all in this situation? Is it that y'all don't know how to budget? Somebody has a criminal background and they gotta get a low paying job.
Right.
Okay, use that low paying job to learn a skill, strategy, or technique to level up and get some more money. Like, it's out here.
It's out here.
Whether it's you washing the cars, you cutting grass, you trading. Real estate take you a little journey to get there. Don't try to jump out thinking you're gonna be a millionaire overnight in real estate. But I just feel like it's an excuse. It's an excuse.
So some of us may be starting out, right? Fresh, new. The downtime that you talk about, that's kind of like where we was at. That was our season of it was a new thing. You know what I'm saying? It was new to us. We had to kind of find our way. We didn't have a lot of people that was kind of, there to give us that type of game as to how to pick ourselves up and get some movement going. We kind of just had to figure that out. We had to know what we wanted first. Right. We had to agree upon what we wanted. A lot of praying, a lot of writing it down.
That's where they get lost at.
What's that?
A lot of praying. We prayed and we worked.
Yeah, definitely.
They just be praying and sitting and waiting on God, and that's why y'all still stuck in this bondage, or y'all still stuck in poverty. Like, that ain't a part of our birthright.
Right.
So if y'all out there just praying, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. All right, it is. And what you gonna do? Sorry. I just
that's for the people who is, because I know that we got I know it's a lot of power couples out there that's praying and grinding at the same time, and y'all doing the right thing, but that don't make it no easier though. You know what I'm saying? That don't make it no easier. That's just the season we in right now. And man, you just got to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
What do you mean?
You got to be comfortable. You got to be content, right? Content don't mean that you're settling for where you are, but it does mean that I know where I'm headed and I know why I'm doing, right? I know every move that I'm making is calculated and it's for a reason. I understand the sacrifices that are being made right now because it's all for where we're going. It's all for where we're headed. The frustrations are gonna come, but you just gotta remind yourself, like, this is for a reason. It's for a better reason. It's for a better us. Like, we headed. Let's keep our eyes on the future. Let's keep our eyes on the prize and not get lost in what the present might be showing us.
To my power couples, let me tell y'all what I hear. The people that's in this stage of money tight, money ain't right. It's a bridge. We do these vision boards. We put up these nice, I want this 5-bedroom, 3 with the Tesla, with the dog and the picket fence and the this and the that. And you just visualize that. So where we get lost at, it's a bridge to get to that. So what do we have to do to cross this bridge to get over there? Like, what it look like?
What are the steps?
What are the steps? Communicate it. Talk about it. Now, if you just got somebody who know we want this as an end goal and not trying to help you cross that bridge, maybe you don't need to do it. They jump over the broom. Like, don't jump over the broom. Don't they jump over a broom before they get married? Some people do.
Oh, to get married. Yeah, that's
we do it. It's old school. Yeah, but before you call yourself jumping over a bridge, before you call yourself walking over a bridge, make sure they can jump over. Before you jump over the bridge,
jump over the broom. Before you jump over the broom, that's what my baby trying to say. Make sure that you can walk over the bridge.
Yeah. Before you jump that broom, make sure they gonna be ready and the right one to walk over the bridge.
Meaning, what? Take those steps, the necessary steps.
Yeah. And the bridge is held up by pillars. So who are y'all pillars that need to come into y'all relationship and teach y'all strategies, tools, resources? Like, who are those people holding up the bridge while you're walking over? because poverty ain't our birthright. It's not. It don't have to be. But if you just got somebody that ain't willing to cross that bridge, I ain't gonna say throw them off the bridge because people really doing it. Lord deliver them. But like, don't cross it with them. We relationships 101, right? Helping people get to committed relationships. Don't make the commitment. Like when I met him, he was working at the park part-time. During my time, that was okay. Like, I'm like, no problem. Cool. Okay. That's what it is right now. And I knew that in the end, it wasn't going to be like that. But I saw that he was willing and determined to cross over. When he met me, your girl was just a college student with no money, more debt than anything. But what did you see that made you say, okay, I believe I could cross the bridge with this one?
I know that you was ready to go, though. You had the faith and the determination, and you was really willing to do like whatever it take. You know what I'm saying? For us to get where we need to be at. And that's all I needed to see. Like, let's go.
Okay, and my point in that is everybody's different. Some people may feel like, or some women may feel like, I don't want to work. A man got to take care of me. Well, sis, go find that man, because he in the next category for us where they got too much money. I seen a post where people was like, I'd rather cry in a whatever,
in a Bentley,
than crying in a Honda. Baby, give me my Honda with some AC. I don't want to cry in a Bentley. Why I gotta cry? So it works for everybody. What works for us may not work for y'all. Don't try to compare your relationship to somebody else.
Right.
Cause I like to work. I'm a mover. I can't sit at home. I think I'd be depressed trying to be somebody else, a housewife. But sorry.
So
yeah, money is my topic. When we talking money, numbers, prosperity, I'm for it because I'm tired of us being stuck to this $10 minimum wage. Like, we are more than that. Like, we can get it. Like, everybody want overnight success. Everybody want overnight money. Everybody want this man to be making 6 figures by the end of the year. Can you help him get to the 6? Do you know how to make his money grow? Like, we got a responsibility too.
Yeah. And y'all sure help it grow. That's what I believe, that a woman is she come with that. You guys are nurturers and you help things grow. The man just got to be able to give you something to grow.
Right.
I like that. This is good. So when we started out, we was in a room at my grandma's house. Just a room.
Thank God it had a bathroom in there.
It did have a bathroom,
Thank God.
But it was my room at my grandma's house, and
we did that for a year.
Saving money, paying off debt, just everything we can do on our end to position ourselves for what we was asking God for. Clearing out debt, saving up money, working. And
well, you was just working.
Yeah, I was working.
You're a school girl.
Listen, it was God did his thing. He did his thing. We was faithful and he was faithful, and we came out in the end. And he gonna be faithful as long as you don't put it all on yourself. The best thing, the smartest thing I ever did was put it on God, and tell anybody that had questions about how y'all gonna do this.
Because my daddy sure came with the questions. I
wasn't trying to put my dog out there now.
My daddy had questions. Sir, you live at home with your grandma. How are you going to take care of her? She has a child. She's coming with a child. How are you going to take care of them?
Listen, James, I was not that. I ain't say it.
He did it.
Put you out there like that.
Yeah, my daddy did it. He did it.
So
and he asked me the questions. How you this man live with his grandma? Like, how you gonna?
So the only thing I could at some point in the phone call. This is a phone call, y'all, and I just was like, listen, I ain't got no answers for you. I ain't finna sit here and try to make nothing up because this ain't a situation I ever been in. Only thing I can tell you is that At this point, God always had me. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta trust that whatever happens, he got me still. And I just put it on him.
Boy, I love my daddy. Let me just let y'all laugh real quick. You ain't have a car at that time neither.
I did?
No. You was not during that time. When I think your car you had a car when we were dating, but something happened to your car when it was time for me to move down and be with you.
Right, yeah.
So after he told him God got me, he was like, I guess God gonna have you when you walking too. That was just my daddy being hurt that I was leaving that house. He didn't want to let me go. He wasn't ready to send me on and believe God to do his work. So he made his little jokes. And my father loves my husband. Like, he be like, y'all my couple. Like, y'all are a true example to a power couple to me. Because he's seen the beginning. He's seen where we are now. He see where we're trying to go. Like, you was worth crossing that bridge, babe. Well, jumping the broom, because you got to jump the broom before we cross the bridge. Mm-hmm. So I ain't literally jump a broom, but we're married. So you was worth it.
You was worth it.
But baby, if you would have showed me by year 3 or 5 that we were still going to be at your grandma's house.
Thank you, Lord.
I probably would have unjumped. God forgive me. Unjumped that broom. Nah, this ain't
So another thing too that we had to share with them is that not only did we start out in a room, right? But I had a part-time job.
30 hours, 30 hours. And your 30-hour schedule was literally like they want to give you a little bit of money, but they want to take his whole day. He was going from 11 to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday, some Saturdays.
So yeah. So it was hard, the time now. The family needed time. And I was listen, we gotta do what we gotta do.
I used to dress Jamarcus up, baby. And we did walk to the park sometimes.
Yeah.
Walk to that park and sit out there. Because sir, we miss you too. Mm-hmm. We here too. That go back to the earlier conversation. Get creative and understand what it is. Like, yeah. So let's jump to that last one. That one heavy. But one was heavy.
So going from all of that, you know what I'm saying? And then one more piece.
Okay, sorry.
We actually, so what we did was it was always necessity with us. God always moved us on with necessity. Like, even if you see us with whatever we might have at this present day, it was because we actually needed it, not because it was something we wanted. Not saying we don't get things we want, like, of course.
But it be a need.
A lot of the big things that people be like swearing, like, wow, yeah, dang, because we wanted it. It's because we actually needed it. You know what I'm saying? But we did, and we went to the courthouse and got married. We actually eloped.
Y'all will hear that story a whole nother day.
So we went to the courthouse and got married, and then 10 years later, right? Because like I said, I'm gonna say we grinding.
No, you was grinding, baby.
I mean, you was at school. You
was grinding too.
Like, what you mean? Like, so we grinded and focused on that. So we went ahead and just handled that, right? Got married.
What, babe?
Got married.
Oh.
But then 10 years later, for our 10-year anniversary, we went ahead and renewed our vows, and that's when we actually had our wedding ceremony. And then voila, like, it ain't something we planned. We ain't planned it like that from the jump, but the way it happened, to look up and all our kids are there, like a part of the wedding, and they're being a witness of something like that, like,
you should put a little snippet.
Incredible.
You should put a little snippet of the wedding, either before or after, in this video. Sorry, I just visualized it. It was incredible.
She got visions, y'all.
It was incredible.
It was incredible, to look up and everybody and all them crying, all their little faces, they crying. I don't even know if they knew what they crying about.
My parents crying.
But we crying, so they crying. And it was a beautiful thing. So we didn't know as much that we know, as we didn't know as much as we know now. We got our first home was a single family home.
Mm-hmm.
If it was up to us, we wouldn't have did it like that, right?
We later learned we wouldn't have did it like that.
Yeah. If it was up to us, if we knew what we know now, we wouldn't have did it like that. You know what I'm saying? We'd have went ahead and got that multi-family, right? And stayed on one side and rented the other side out and da-da-da-da-da until we got up to either another multifamily, you know what I'm saying? We would have just kept it going until we can buy that dream house. A lot of y'all who might be starting out, that's a good play.
Go big.
That's a good play.
Instead of, we're taught, start at 1, which is a single family. Then 2, 3, 4. No, do it the other way around. Get you a quad first. Go big.
Mm-hmm.
4, 3, 2, 1. Then you got that 1 as your dream home. Because 4, 3, 2, paying for it. How many doors that is? 4 plus 7, 8. 8 doors paying for that 1. We are so...
No. 4.
Yeah. 4 plus 3 is 7.
7. 2 is 9. And then
9. Yeah.
It purchases the 10th.
Yeah.
I'm here for you, baby. I'm here for you.
Because somebody was going to tell me in the comments, probably I got it wrong, but I'm glad you knew.
If you check yourself, you ain't got to get checked.
But yeah, that's 9 doors paying for your dream home. We were told, go on and get the single family. Nah.
They ain't right. They ain't the best play. They ain't the best play.
Our kids ain't playing like this.
Exactly.
Go on and get a multi-unit, live on that one side, and let it go.
And hopefully, it's at the point in your life where that's actually your first home for both of y'all. So both of y'all can actually utilize that first time home buyers.
Absolutely. That low percentage opposed to that 20%.
Exactly. It's a few plays out here. It's a few plays out here. We're going to get into it on another segment. We're going to add a segment to this. We're going to add a segment to this that's strictly about, business and money. You know what I'm saying? Marriage life with business and money. We're gonna add a specific segment so we can kind of like share things that we were able to utilize, tools and information that we was able to utilize in our journey.
Awesome. Last but not least.
So we covered how the money could take you apart when you chasing it, when you after it, when you in that grind mode. We covered how the money could take you away from each other when
you ain't got it.
Right? It's dry. So now, how can the money take you away from your partner? When you got too much though, because come on, we supposed to be balling right now.
Some people ball with other people.
Oh,
they got too many balls.
Oh, not too many balls.
Just saying.
So
they got too much. They done became too prideful, just arrogant. And yeah, like
I mean, listen, money.
When that money hits you, I want you to remain true.
Listen,
that's our thing. Like, nigga, we done been eating the 1 chicken breast. When 10 breasts come, you better make sure you stay focused on these 2.
Can I say pause for that or PG? PG. So PG. So yeah, we can ball too hard. We can ball so hard, and sometimes it can get in the way of the teamwork. Dang, how can a team break up? How you gonna let the team break up when we start balling though?
Yeah, you supposed to have fun.
That's what we doing it for. Together, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
We getting money. We getting rich together.
I only got like $8 though. But yeah, we on that part. Listen, that's a territory. I think once we're fully in it, like we're at the cuffs of it, but we ain't throwing it like billions of dollars on our bed.
No, I mean, for one, let's just acknowledge that money is a powerful drug. Okay, let's do that. Just like money, power, position. So sometimes people get it and they not changing. Don't say they changed. It's just they became more of who they already was. And so we want to do that self-work that we've been talking about to make sure that we're solid before that money hit. You know what I'm saying? Before it hit that account, that we solid.
They get it and just feel like F you, F this.
It get
kiss
real. It get real hazy and cloudy.
Out.
Huh?
I'm going to make it rain.
Yeah.
I'm hanging with my dogs.
They get real hazy and cloudy. Let's stay loyal to the ones who helped us get there. Let's do that. Let's stay loyal to the ones, you know what I'm saying, our day ones. Let's stay loyal to the ones that help us get there. And I think if we take it from there, we can end up in a good place.
Right.
Let's not get drunk off the success, because it's seasonal. That success is seasonal, right? We talking about balling, right? I'm using these type of analogies. I'm throwing words, but that success is seasonal. So know that. Who was with you off season? You know what I'm saying? Who was with you off season? I think what they like to say by Kobe, like, she wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Yeah, but she had that plate ready, that dinner ready when you got home from the gym though. So let's keep it A1 with our day ones. I think that'll keep our heads on straight. What you got to say, baby? Cause it could take you.
Ain't gonna take me. I don't love it like that. Like, money for me, truly and honestly, it's a resource. Like, naturally I'm a giver. I want to enjoy it I truly enjoy you. So maybe people got the money and this was their way out of the marriage because they really ain't enjoy it from the beginning, but they just didn't want to leave because they ain't have it.
I mean, hopefully they make it to the marriage though.
Well,
because y'all could be down right now, and in a committed relationship, and sometimes it can crash out. You can get successful before it even happened, and that could be the downfall. And I just hate when
got some people feeling like, boy, when I hit this lotto, I'm out. I'm out of this relationship.
Oh my God.
I don't want to go nowhere. So that's why I'm saying, if the money come, like, I'm genuinely happy. Like, if the money come, I'm just gonna be even more happy. Like, can we take a trip every weekend?
Exactly. So check this out. Look, right. So I ain't gonna call no name.
Please don't.
But story. I'm at work, and I'm around a bunch of older gentlemen, all different races, and they talking about if they win the lottery, what they gonna do. And I'm gonna tell you, it was a shame that most of them was talking about how they gonna leave their wife.
It's real. It's real.
And I'm talking about, and I believe them.
It's real. They believe themselves. They believe it too.
But I could not, I couldn't fathom how you gonna wait till you get it to say, I quit it. How you gonna wait till you get it? Like, we supposed to be balling together. This is what we've been waiting on. You wait till you cross the finish line to say, I'm out of here. Like, so what they told me is that obviously they wasn't happy. You know what I'm saying? No. Obviously they wasn't happy. They had, you got a lot of people who y'all,
cheaper than people.
We got a lot, not y'all, because y'all power couples. But you got a lot of people that's because of, inflation and a lot of things changing in the economy.
You stay downstairs, I stay upstairs.
Y'all like really just married roommates. You know what I'm saying? Or married roommates, and y'all just paying the mortgage. The only reason why people still together, some people are still together, is because they can't pay that mortgage and them bills by themselves. And that's a sad situation to be in, man. Like I said, these were older people. And it's like to be in a situation like that. Gosh.
Well, I pray nobody never can take the last 5 minutes of our episode and play it over a picture of us separating and fighting over how we split in the asset.
Child, no.
No. I'm just saying, because
I pray not either.
You know,
I pray not.
Things happen, situations happen, stuff change. But in our hearts of heart, and what we working to do is stay together forever. Like, we meant it, we vowed it, and yeah.
Oh.
So.
That's when that Al Green come on. Let's stay together.
And we out.
Peace.
101. As we go a little soft life. 101. As we go a little soft life. 101. As we go a little soft life. 101. As we go a little soft life.